y'all. So I'd like to take a little time today and do a very casual walkthrough to show y'all a few updates. So if y'all would like to join me, that's what this video is going to be. It is going to be a very casual walk and talk. As y'all see here, I've been kind of working, trying to get a few things just looking a little bit cuter. So I put this big boxwood into this concrete pot a couple of days ago. Let me get into a good position for you guys to kind of see. So I like the height here on the end. I'm not sure this is all going to stay here, but for now, that's just what I've gotten situated right there. So you have now, we're walking into the front of the house, which is east facing. And this hedge of holly I really love. It's very established. Not sure how long it's been here. But as we make our way over towards the front porch, we see that there is a boxwood little piece to this hedge. This is a boxwood, and I like that. I like the difference in the foliage. There's a contrast right there, and I like it being changed up like that. Now, doesn't that look nice? Adding an Oakland holly here into this corner where my garage window wall meets my front porch. I do like to have some height right there. It's really a pretty day here in Dothan. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. I'll show y'all my front beds real quick if I can get some good lighting. Get a load of this pink azalea. There's two of them right here. Another reason I'm glad I waited, because initially I was thinking about taking these out. And listen, the reason is because if you live in Southeast Alabama, especially in our town, you know, azaleas are not a novelty here. They are on every corner. We have an entire district in our town called the Garden District. And it's a residential area where there is just azalea everywhere you look, and it's gorgeous when they bloom. But they're the old-fashioned kind, or they bloom about 2 weeks out of the year and then they're done, and then the rest of the year you have just bush. And so when I saw the azaleas in this front garden, I just thought, well, maybe I can just take these up and put something in there that I like better. But they started blooming a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sure if they're encore or not, but they are stunning. So they're staying. So I'm really glad that I took a minute before I started pulling things up. There's another azalea here that is, I think, the same azalea as these over here. It just gets more shade. The things that are not looking great in this garden here, I'm pulling out. Okay, like that right there. I just think there could be something done here that would be a lot prettier. Time will tell. Well, let's make our way over to the front porch. This morning I woke up with this insatious desire to start taking out these Yopon hollies. But that's gonna be a job, because I looked at the trunks of them yesterday and they are thick. These have been in the ground for maybe 20 years, who knows, if not more. But that's okay. I've never shied away from some hard work. Now here's my little front porch setup. It's kind of a minimal thing that I did this year. Because of everything else we've got going on, I figured I was just going to throw a couple of pumpkins up on the front porch and some mums and be done with it. But yesterday, my mom took out about 19 Francis Mason Abelia that were lining her front. She has a hedge of boxwood, and then in front of that, she had recently planted some Francis Mason Abelia because I had really influenced her about that, to do that, and she just wasn't in love with them. She wanted to put some Sunshine Ligustrum in the front, and it actually looks really good, but she took up these 19 Francis Mason Abelia, and so I have them now. And so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with them. I know I can find a spot for them, but I put 2 of them in my front pots. They don't look that great now, but they're going to leaf out, and I have the full confidence that they are going to be beautiful in a couple of weeks. They've already got some new growth. But someone had commented and really wanted me to keep these Yopon hollies.
What are you doing?
And y'all, let me just tell y'all something. We have a smart doorbell now.
What are you doing?
Ryan, I'm making a YouTube video.
What are you doing?
Say hey to the YouTube
Oh, sorry.
subscribers.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
I don't know if y'all can hear this, but this is my husband who is talking to me through our smart doorbell.
The yard looks pretty from this angle.
Thanks, you need to get back to work.
Hey, going back to work.
Okay. So listen, yesterday I was out here planting my mom's, and all of a sudden I hear my husband's voice coming from in the walls of the house. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm looking around and I'm like, "Where is he?" And I'm like, "Ryan?" And he's like, "Yeah, what are you doing?" And I'm planting mums. And I'm like, "Where are you? How are you doing this?" He said, well, he got a notification on his phone that there was activity at the front door, and he was able to talk to me through our app or something. And it just scared me to death. All right. I'm real happy with the way this front porch looks right now, but let me get back to what I was saying. So a commenter said that I should leave these Yopon hollies. Well, here's the thing. I do understand that it's going to grieve someone for me to pull out something that's healthy and something that's established in an evergreen. I totally get that. But this is where it comes back to gardening is personal, and what makes somebody happy might not make somebody else happy. I would much rather see this front porch cleaned and cleared out and have a nice tidy row of boxwood with maybe a couple of cone-shaped boxwood right here in the front, and then a row of boxwood leading down to the corner, where in the corner I could have my Oakland holly. You see how big these Yopon hollies are? They obstruct the entire front porch. These 2 on the edge here are blocking out the front porch. They're blocking out the columns, and on the right side they block the mums. And I don't love that, I'll be honest. So I have plans for the front porch that definitely includes evergreen. I'm just not going to be able to do the Yopon holly. And I will say this, if I can salvage the root balls on the Yopon holly, I will absolutely go on my Nextdoor app and let our neighbors know that there are some free Yopon holly available at my house, because I don't want to throw something away if I can help it. So here in this corner, I have thought about putting either a Japanese maple or the Carl Fuchs Deodar cedar, which I will throw a picture up of so that y'all can see what I'm talking about. I feel like it would be gorgeous right here as like a total specimen. Now, look right here, y'all. It's very messy looking on the side of the house. And you know what I think? I think I would like to mirror the other side and have an Oakland holly and get some real nice height. Just some very nice tidy structure over here on this side. And take out those drift roses that just really aren't making me very happy. Before I walk over into the side, I want to show y'all something that I've done just temporarily that I kind of like. So in this bed here, the other day, Ryan and I just positioned, just for fun and just to see how it would look, my lavender lace crepe myrtle, which, by the way, it's doing great now. I think it was getting way too much harsh sun at the other house on the west-facing driveway bed, so. And then I stuck this crepe myrtle, which is real pretty. Look at those purple leaves. And it blooms hot pink. Let's see if I can show y'all that bloom up there. Yeah, it's really pretty. So I kind of wanted to have some height over here since I've got this Japanese maple over here. Thought it'd be nice to punctuate the end of this garden with some height. And once again, some azaleas that really just are not making me happy. They're not contributing to the garden in the vision that I have of the garden, and so therefore they have to come out. I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I'm going to take out everything that's underneath this magnolia because it just looks like a mess. And I believe these are azaleas. I'm telling y'all, azaleas, I don't know if they are prolific where you live, but they are here. So if I take out an azalea, don't worry, because there's going to be plenty left. And they just don't look very good sometimes. Now look at this glossy, beautiful camellia, y'all. Man, I can't wait until these start blooming to see what color they're going to be. Look, these have been in for no telling how long, decades. And they're just not looking good anymore. So I have positioned over here 4 Akuba that I brought from the other house. And I don't think I'll do the entire side of Akuba, but I do think that I need to have a spot in here with some gorgeous glossy leaf Akuba. And then there's a bank of hydrangeas back here that I'm gonna leave. Something about these sharp, glossy, severe leaves of the Akuba, to me, have such a great contrast with something soft and billowy like a hydrangea. I'm gonna come in and prune these spirea and clear out some of the dead wood. These are 3 of my favorites. The Touch of Gold Ilex, which is a small mounding holly, and it's a chartreuse color in the sun, and it's so pretty. Many of you remember my fake boulder. This is my favorite tree in the entire garden. And y'all should see how many chickadees we have that love eating at this bird feeder. So many of them, and I love them. Alright, so now let me show you guys something I've done over here. Let me try to get some good lighting. You may remember that there were 2 large knockout rose bushes on either side of our back porch steps. They were big, they were very messy. Just huge. Well, the other day I came in and I took those out. And in their place, I put 2 of my pots that I love. And right now I just have some mums positioned in the pots. But I think to punctuate these corners with something of structure and something that's neat would be really, really nice. And I might even leave my pots here and just plant annuals in here. Maybe y'all could just give me your thoughts on that. And another thing that's been removed are the 2 pedestals with the ferns and pots sitting atop them. They were blocking our view, and they too had been here for years, and it was just time for a change. Now there is some mess here because our painter had been here for about 2 weeks when we first moved in, and now he and his wife are on a Mediterranean cruise. So he left some of his stuff here and he's going to come back in a couple of weeks and finish. But I wanted to show you guys something that I've got out here, which is my table from the other house. And I found this gorgeous, really cute candle holder the other day at a local home furnishings store, and I got it, and I put a little bowl of faux pears out here for color. And we're really, really enjoying this back porch. We have our coffee out here some mornings. We get to watch the birds and the early morning golf carts go by. All right, let's make our way back around to the driveway and y'all will have gotten a full walkabout. There's so much I could tell y'all that I want to do, but it's just gonna have to be in separate videos because I can't cover it all at once. My plan for right here in this huge Indian hawthorn is to take this Indian hawthorn up, and y'all remember those emerald snow loropetalums that I talked about back at the other house in a video on the north facing bed? The emerald snow loropetalums came with me, and I think it would be gorgeous to plant an emerald snow loropetalum here where this Indian hawthorn is and get those beautiful white blooms in the spring. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? And I still am playing around with just placement for these abelia and things like that. These are the pedestals that were on the back porch, and I set them side by side over here in the natural area, thinking that maybe they would be a good entryway into a walkway between my yard and my parents' yard. And this weekend they got spread further apart and used as a soccer goal. My little Tamukiyama. This was kind of my storage space for my pots and things and my topiaries when we first moved, and slowly but surely I am clearing it out and finding spots for these things. Now here's the line of all of my mom's Francis Masons. I'm not sure that they'll be planted here, but for now that's a good space for them. Let me go get this one. Now here are the emerald snow loropetalum. sorry the lighting is not great right now. But it's been a while since I put up a video, and I just wanted y'all to get a little glimpse of kind of what's going on, and we're still busy. So come soon, I will be posting more videos. Thank y'all for joining me on this little casual walkabout. Y'all have a wonderful week. Talk to you soon.